is the Jfj Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Gentlemen, how we doing tonight?
Wonderful, guys. Wonderful.
It's doing like great. I haven't seen you in forever. It's great. Got a question for you.
Been 2 whole weeks.
Yes, it has.
That's our last podcast. That's weird.
Yeah. How you guys dealing with the heat, okay?
Not bad. It's cooled down a little bit, so it's better. Last week was miserable, though.
Yeah, it's like low 80s. It's a cooling trend.
Yeah, it sure is.
Probably going to be hot by the weekend again.
Oh,
yes,
I'm sure
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's going back up, Jim.
Yeah, it does it.
Edison loves me. SoCal Edison loves Jerry.
Yeah, it's they're making big bucks
now
right now
as we speak. Yeah.
Mine hadn't kicked in yet, so we're in good shape. But
guy I work with just bought a new house. He's out in Eastvale, and it's got solar. Yeah. And he said they run the air conditioning all the time, and so he was saying, you know what my Edison bill was last week? It was like a negative $1.06 or something like that.
Oh man.
Now I'm not real proficient on solar, but until I can store it myself and keep it and not sell it back to Edison, I'm not doing it. No. Because people across the street, the last power outage we had, they have solar. They didn't have any lights either.
All, did it? Yeah.
Nope. So
got to use the old gasoline generator, folks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cutting that bill sounds pretty.
It does.
Yeah.
When you got it.
Pretty tempting.
I agree. Yeah. You should be able to store it yourself and keep it and sit on it.
That's the way I feel. Oh. Hey, let me ask you, Jerry. I'll start with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you 2 bands, and one of them you have to give up for the rest of your life. And let's see. Let's go with REO Speedwagon and Styx. You got to give up one for the rest of your life.
Ooh. Haven't listened to either in a while, but just going by how many albums I had of each band, I would have to give up REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon.
I had more Styx albums than REO Speedwagon albums.
All right.
Yes.
What about you, Jim?
Yes. I'd keep the Styx. Yeah.
Okay.
2 bands I don't listen to on purpose.
Right.
I mean, if they're on the radio, gosh, originally thinking about this question, I thought maybe Styx, but there might be just one REO Speedwagon song I like better than all of them put together. I'll go with Styx.
Styx?
Yeah, I think they're just a little more progressive or whatever. Not a big fan of Dennis DeYoung.
No.
I like, who's the other guy in the band? The one guitar player, JY
or Tommy Shaw, yeah.
He wrote some kind of more rock and stuff.
Yeah, James Young was the heavy dude in Styx. He was the
James Young, right?
Yes,
right.
Mm-hmm. JY was the heavy dude in Styx. Yeah.
The reason I asked you guys is they played them in succession on the radio today. I heard them both and didn't get any emotion out of either one of them. And
you didn't change it as soon as one of them came on?
No, I didn't change it because I hadn't heard the songs in a long time, but they didn't do anything for me either.
What songs were they? You remember?
Grand Illusion.
Oh, I had that on a 45.
Yeah. And Take It on the Run, I think, was the REO Speedwagon.
Alpha High Infidelity. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that album was huge.
And played out.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but,
And for me, I could give up Styx in a heartbeat. I was never a huge fan of theirs. My props go right to them as far as musicmanship. They are very talented, but it's not my style of enjoyment. I had Grand Illusion because everybody did. It came in the Peter Frampton Comes Alive package. It's one of those albums.
Gatefold thing, right?
Yeah, but it was one of those albums you just was kind of mandatory to have at the time. But
I had it. Yeah.
I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I was unconvinced.
You missed very little. So
I did run out and buy High Infidelity though.
Same here.
Yeah, I bought that one later on.
Dairy Days, Frank. That's when that thing was smoking hot.
Mm-hmm. They were on the radio all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I do own Grand Illusion now, though. Like, I bought it kind of after the fact.
Yeah.
Just because I thought it was something I should have laying around.
Yeah.
Or like you said, it's kind of right up there with Frampton Comes Alive, right? It's supposed to have a copy of it somewhere.
Sure.
For a couple bucks, I picked it up right used.
Two things I want to bring up to you guys. One, I picked up an album, and it's not within arm's reach, so I'm not going to show it to you. I'll post it on the website. It's a band called Treasure, and the guitarist is one Vinnie Vincent.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is his pre-Kiss days, and it's actually better sounding than a lot of the Kiss stuff, and not harder, not
right.
but the craftsmanship of the songs.
I was gonna say he was probably more free. Yeah,
he wrote some good songs.
Yeah,
and if you have a chance, look up Treasure on YouTube, and there's all kinds of clips of it. But yeah, I was at a record store and picked that up. So
was that his only pre-Kiss band? Or
I don't know.
I found an album, saw an album. I don't remember what it was, but it was pre-Kiss, and Vinnie Vincent was a guitar player on it.
Could be
on the album. So maybe it was Treasure. I don't recall the name of the band.
Yeah, it wasn't very lackluster in the cover and all.
I think Vinny's coming out around the holidays. Isn't Vinny supposed to finally do a show?
I don't know.
Interesting that you use that choice of words.
Yeah, finally.
There you go. No, coming out.
Oh, well, these days, folks. I mean, if you look at the album cover from his first solo album,
thought it was a girl.
Nothing shocking.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, man,
thought it was Vixen.
He was beautiful. That's what. Yeah. He looked like the drummer. He looks like the drummer from Vixen.
Saw him on his first tour.
Straight up, he does.
Saw him on his first tour, opening for Iron Maiden. It was a great show. They were great live.
Yeah. I know. Well, I guess I'm a big fan of Dana Strum. He's a good producer, good bass player, good songwriter.
Yep.
Another thing, guys, I don't know if you've heard in the news or not, but David Lee Roth is going to be doing a residency in Las Vegas.
Just read it today. Yep.
Yeah.
He's not waiting for the Alex and Eddie.
You can't. I think those guys are
shitty.
Get out there before we're 80.
He did Vegas before.
Yeah, and
but like a short-lived thing, right?
That was different, though. It wasn't rock and roll, Jim. It was like a
lounge act or something.
Yeah,
right?
He's trying to do his Sinatra stuff, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was kind of.
I don't know what it was. Uninterested. Didn't want to go.
That's why it didn't last. Didn't last very long. No,
I don't care. I'll take any phase of David Lee Roth. I don't care. Man, he's got talent. He's a showman through and through.
He does.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and yes. Yep, he is.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. We've got 3 bands to present. Jim has something a little bit different than what we normally do. And why don't you go ahead and start it off?
Okay. So not a new band, not an unknown band. A band that was on a major at one time. Now they're on an independent record. They're on Merge. Red Kross. I got to go see them this week with the Melvins. Great show. Their set was just too short for my taste.
Yeah.
Didn't get to do the encore, right? Because they weren't the headliner, but just fantastic. I mean, they're just a really great band. Been around since I don't know what year, late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Started by brothers Jeff and Steve McDonald. Jeff was like 15.
They have a kind of revolving door, don't they?
Steve was 11.
11.
11.
Wow.
But ended up playing bass in Black Flag at one point when he was just like a kid, I think.
Wow.
And then just unbelievable. He's grown into just a monster of a bass player too, and a good singer.
Cool.
Anyway, so they have a brand new album out. It's called Beyond the Door. It was released late August. Here's the sleeve.
Nice.
On the door.
On Merge. And so I want to say some nice things about Merge Records.
Indeed. Oh.
Not only did they put together a great package, they got back to me almost immediately when I hit them up about the podcast. They thought it was great. They were excited about it. So, Beyond the Door comes on. Beautiful purple.
Love it.
Right,
Oh, beautiful.
They threw in poly sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Paper sleeve with a full
liner.
cover picture of the band.
Nice.
The old liner notes.
Full lyric sheet.
That's great.
Wait, there's more. Promo poster.
Like the old days,
Yep.
folks. Wow.
Digital download.
Wow. There you go.
And
Well, you mean there's more?
there's more. They threw in their
mackerel.
2019 spring sampler.
That is
And
cool.
with a lot of
Talk about new stuff.
right. So we were talking earlier about the cost of new vinyl. If you went to go buy the new whatever, say Bruce Springsteen or Guns N' Roses or
Sorry.
I don't know who's still doing it, right? Taylor Swift's got a new album, I guess.
She
You're
put out
probably going to
records?
pay $25 to $30,
Yep.
right? But it's not going to come on colored vinyl,
No.
right?
No.
You're not going to get all the extras.
Gonna get liner notes. Now I can get.
I don't even know her label. Who's her label?
Who cares?
We'll just say it's some Warner related
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
vomit or whatever. They're not going to throw it. They're not going to throw in a sampler.
No.
21 songs. If you just went on Bandcamp and looked up these bands, it would run you $21 just to get these songs, right?
That's amazing.
They just throw it in.
I just paid for your record.
Yep.
$20.
$20.
Free
For
shipping.
all of it. For all of it.
Free shipping. Wait a minute. So there's another
And
$3,
shipping?
$3.50. So you got an
Easy.
album and all the goodies for about
you got
16,
stuff
17
for-
bucks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it was $19.99.
Yeah.
Got about $50 worth of stuff.
It's a great album. It was, it's worth $25.
Cool.
Don't raise your prices, Merch. I love you. Way you are.
Right on.
You're doing great. So,
You heard him. Rich. You heard him.
so I bring it up because support independent bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys were on a major label. They should have had their heyday late 80s, early 90s. But for whatever reason, the stars didn't align. All the other bands who were their peers at the time kind of went on and
Mm-hmm.
got bigger. Steve talks about their management was Nirvana's management. And once Nirvana hit,
Forget it.
Red Kross went on the back burner.
later,
Right?
Red
You
who?
couldn't even get a hold of them anymore, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, so a lot of people haven't heard of them, but they're currently in the process of getting funding to make a documentary called Born Innocent, the Red Cross
Cool.
story. So, but you have people on there like Sonic Youth and guys from Black Flag and all these other people just talking about what an important LA band Red Cross are.
Mm-hmm.
They started out as kind of a hardcore punk band, and they've kind of grown into something that's a cross between a lot of things. You still got their punk roots in there. You've got power pop. You've got glam, all kind of molded up into what they do.
Right.
They're not afraid of great harmonies and great melodies and searing guitar solos, heavy drums, courtesy of Dale Crover on this album from the
Cool.
Mill. So anyway, first single was Beyond the Door, title track. So Frank, if you'll give it a spin, as they say in the industry.
Yeah. It's Beyond the Door. Red Cross. Cut that off right there because
Yeah.
they asked us to. That's why. Buy this thing.
It said keep it short, or if you play the whole thing, you need to talk over the top of it. We're not NPR though, so we're not going to have it playing in the background while we
I can't
the history of the band or whatever. Yeah,
I'd rather give the audience the opportunity to listen to a little bit of it and not hear us yakking over it. So
no,
very catchy tune though.
Yes,
would love to hear the rest of it.
Fat bass. I love bass like that, Jim.
Inspired, yeah. Steve,
I love it.
Steve McDonald's a beast, and to watch him do, I mean, he's not even watching what he's playing, and I mean, he's just kind of all over the neck and singing at the same time. And as a bass player, it's
something to see.
it's something to see.
Something to strive for, yeah.
But a band that was, influenced by every bit as much by the Partridge Family as they were Kiss. Yep. So everything in between.
Very good.
There it is. Red Kross.
And you bought that?
Hit up Merge Records.
Merge Records? You bought it directly from the website?
Yes. And you can order it from Bandcamp as well. You can go to Bandcamp. And
I love Bandcamp.
You can do it off the Merge website or go to Bandcamp. Either way, order the vinyl.
Good deal. Support that. And me and colored vinyl, I'm all about that. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
Absolutely.
What about a Styx or REO Speedwagon colored vinyl there?
Pass. Actually, the Grand Illusion came out in a green vinyl that
it would have to be green. Yep.
Originally or in a repress?
No, in a repress, 180 gram. I was tempted for about 5 seconds.
5 seconds. I was gonna say your max is about 12.
I was gonna say 20 seconds. I was maybe being a little generous.
Actually, I was looking at a bunch of different colored vinyl albums, and that was just one of them that came up. And I'll pass. All the bells and whistles. Even if they gave me a 21 song sampler CD with it, I probably wouldn't buy that album.
Wouldn't do it.
No. All right. Well, moving ahead. I've got a band that's been together. You talk about not a new band, but been together for 36 years. And these guys are down in Australia. They're called the Dirty Rats. And they've been playing the clubs and getting their act together for 36 years. They go along. If you like AC/DC, Rose Tattoo, Motorhead, it's all kind of the vein of music that they play. They've been playing the clubs consistently this whole time, and they finally put an album out December 2018.
Wow.
Yeah. Excuse me. We got Wayne Rich on vocals, Jimmy Bovich on bass, Anthony Chuka Chappell on guitar. I like that, Chuka, and Andy Thompson on drums. And these guys, I love the music. I wish it was produced a little differently. You'll understand when I play it for you. It's a good sound. It's a good classic rock sound. Great riffs, great lyrics, and it's just does. 36 years in the making is too long. They should have put music out a long time ago. All right, so now we're going to play Dirty Rats, When the Money Runs Out.
Try to take your honey.
liked it.
Yeah, and give me just a second. Just cool riffs all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I can tell why you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very riffy
and unpolished and
yeah,
dirty. I love it.
Yeah, that was When the Money Runs Out, guys. Anyways, I bought this guy's album. It's called Rock and Roll. I bought it off of Bandcamp. Download the whole thing, and every song just kicks butt. And 36 years, it still blows me away.
Isn't that incredible?
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
You could have been putting music out for a long time. But
when you said Australian, I was going to say, Men at Work have a new album.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, that was Jim Strong who said that. Jim Strong.
That's right, Jim Strong.
When you see the cover to the album of the guys from Dirty Rats, you'll see you probably shouldn't be joking around. So, yeah. Anyways, these guys
liked it. I like very riffy.
Yeah. I just wish it was produced a little hotter. That's my only gripe.
Yeah,
pretty. It's a little. But
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking it reminded me of one of Kiss's first albums, because if these guys are a live band, they have a lot of energy, and the way this was produced, it kind of subdues that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a true good representation.
Not unusual.
Yeah,
right.
It happens.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, it's way slower when they go studio. Yeah.
Anyways, check out Dirty Rats. These guys, good old-fashioned rock and roll guys. Gotta love it. All right, Jerry, what do you got for us this week?
Gonna completely do a 180, folks. Got an artist from Toronto, Canada called Mike McArthur, and it's McArthur, not MAC, because there's an artist with a very familiar name, similar name, but it's Mike McArthur, McArthur, out of Toronto. Solo artist, does everything by himself. Original hometown of Bolton, Ontario. Currently in Niagara Falls. This stuff was done in Toronto. His EP just came out maybe 2.5 weeks ago. Good Is Gone EP came out on August 22nd. What I like about Mike McArthur, this guy, music, lyrics, vocals, and guitar, written and performed by said Mike McArthur. I always love that, folks. He's in control of his own destiny. Produced, mixed, programmed, and mastered by Dylan Owens, who does some guitar work on the album. Violin on Without Words, Good Is Gone, Waiting, Ruth and You. The song Frank's going to play is called Landing. It's way acoustic, folks. It's way acoustic. He turns it up in a couple tunes, but very original. Very original. I've listened through this album 3 or 4 times, and some songs I get if I may, I get a Cat Stevens vibe, if you can believe it. Some of them I get a Dave Matthews, but he's totally, this Mike McArthur guy is his own dude, because most of it's original, but some of the vibes I get are very good. This guy's going places, folks. Mike McArthur from Toronto, out of Toronto. And it's really good stuff. And the song Frank's going to play is called Landing.
Landing, and it is landing. Here we go.
Above the sea, I awake from a fiery dream. Though I will land softly, I can't help myself from trembling. I'm here, I see, it's real. I knew I never had a doubt. No questioning the heat that's in the air. I asked her dark girl to see if she was me. She's gone before I'm there. I'm miles away. Don't turn the lights out. I wanna see what's coming after me. Today I won't let my demons discern my fate. 'Cause something out there will. They plot against me in their armed and ready stares. Speaking a tongue of which I'm not one to compare. guess I'd best be on my way. In this riddle left to figure out on my own. This riddle left to figure out on my own. I'm miles away. Don't turn the lights out.
All right, that's Mike McArthur with Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love it. It's a good listen, folks. It's on all the formats, digital, Spotify, everything, Bandcamp, Facebook page. He's on YouTube. Yeah, Mike McArthur.
Very clean sound.
Toronto. Keep Toronto in your mind, folks, because otherwise you get the other Michael McArthur. So, just saying, names matter, Frank. Like Frank says all the time, folks, names matter.
They matter.
Yeah, they do.
Very contemporary sound.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, Jim.
I could radio ready, I would say.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could see this playing alongside anything else on the radio.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, real good stuff, Frank. Yeah.
And Mike was another guy. He got right back to us, and was happy to have us play his music. And I'm glad he did, because real catchy stuff.
Oh yeah, and all done on his own. Written, perform. I love it. Written, performed, sung. Loved it, folks. Love it.
Good deal.
Mike McArthur.
All right. Well, there's 3 different bands for you to check out. We got Mike McArthur, the Dirty Rats, and Red Kross. And so, it's not the Dirty Rats. It's just Dirty Rats.
Like James Cagney.
Yeah.
Dirty Rat. Yeah.
We'll see how you feel after you see their album cover. You won't be making fun like that.
Okay.
Just saying.
The dog likes it.
Might get a whooping from down under.
Todd loves it. Chasing the neighbors.
Uh-oh. It's all good. This week, this episode, I picked Alice Cooper's $1 Billion Babies as our classic album. And as I told you before, for me, this wasn't a revisit, because this is an album that I listen to on the regular. Maybe not all the way through, but it's got so many different moods that it just depends on where I'm at that particular time. It's on my phone at all times.
Yeah.
And I'll listen to it. Yeah. Alice Cooper's 6th album, I believe, in 1973.
Yep.
Original band, Glenn Buxton, Michael Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, and Neil Smith. They were, and an interesting thing also on this album, because it is a Bob Ezrin production, you got Dick Wagner and Steve Hunter, who also, I think I've told you guys in the past, played Train Kept a Rollin' on Aerosmith's album, because the guys in Aerosmith couldn't get it down.
Couldn't get it down.
Yeah. And Mark Bolan plays guitars on this album.
Otherwise known as... Isn't that T-Rex guy?
Could be.
Or is that a different Bolan?
You got me. It's spelled Bolan, so you tell me.
Sorry if I messed up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the original T-Rex is gone by then. I don't know.
Could be.
But,
Mick Mashburn and Donovan sings on the song $1 Billion Babies also. So
we always made fun of his accent.
Yeah.
My brother and I. Because, him and Alice switch parts. One sings, one talks, then one talks, one sings.
Right.
His British accent was heavy. We'd just make so much fun of him. I'm sorry.
Do you know...
Throwing that in there.
when I first heard... The first time I heard that song, because this is an album that was heavily panned left and right. It is a true... It's all
awesome.
over the place.
Yeah.
But when $1 Billion Babies, the song comes on, and that back and forth singing happens... The first time I heard it, I thought, wow, Alice changes his voice quite a bit for that other part. It didn't dawn on me that somebody else was singing. So, but this album takes me back, because, like I said, it was a gatefold album. It came with collector cards, which I still have somewhere. Had all the band
bet you do.
on it. Yeah. Just a great album. And I just found out today that Hello Hooray wasn't written by Alice Cooper. That it was...
it was like a copy, yeah.
It was written by a guy named Rolf Peter Kemp. And Judy Collins actually played the song in 1969 on one of her albums. And Alice and Bob Ezrin. Look it up on YouTube.
I believe you.
I saw that. Yeah, I did, Frank. I agree.
Yeah, the chorus is the same, but Alice and Bob Ezrin rewrote the verses a little bit and made it a contemporary rock song. So I always thought that was an original Alice Cooper song. So learned
like
something today.
And Elected was some type of spin-off on,
Yeah. Well, we're gonna start off and give the album a listen, and then we'll talk about the first couple songs.
Ready as this audience that's coming, keep intriguing. Loving every second, every moment, every scream. I've been waiting so long to sing this song. And I've been waiting so long for this thing to come.
All right, those are the first two songs to start the album off. Both songs are just pretty good rockers.
Top notch.
Yeah. The production was awesome. The guitar work is just amazing on this album.
Yeah, it is.
So, but then moving on, now we've got Elected and $1 Billion Babies. And let's give those a listen. That was Unfinished Sweet, $1 Billion Babies, and Elected. I remember seeing Alice Cooper on some variety show doing a lip sync to Elected. And I Channel 4 comes to mind. I don't know why, but he started doing a lot of TV appearances there for a while. And like I said, this particular album, the next bit that we're going to listen to is No More Mr. Nice Guy. I thought that was like one of the weakest songs on the album because it was the most radio friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me just insert my
Sure.
over side one. You know what's going to be my gripe here, right?
Do tell.
Unfinished Sweet. I think we could have cut like 2 minutes off of that tune. You know, it would have been.
Oh no, that's my
fine.
favorite tune. When they go into the dental chair.
That's
and
a video. Yeah.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. And I get the
That's my
story
favorite
that's
song.
being told in the song, but
Right.
I think we could have condensed that down.
Yeah.
Couple minutes
Mr.
off.
3 minute over here.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
point,
everything
Frank.
else
I forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot.
Everything else is beyond the three. Everything else is beyond the 3 minute. Elected was one of my favorite Alice Cooper songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Right.
Absolutely, very tongue in cheek. What does he say at the end? We're going to start the wild party.
The wild party, and then
Right.
you know what is it? It was this
Talks about
album?
everybody's problems, and he says,
I don't care. Yeah, it's the most honest campaign you've ever heard.
yes.
Great video for that on YouTube. You
Yes.
can find it.
I'm gonna look it up. Yes. I didn't know they had a video for that.
Yeah, it's
This
fantastic.
is all vinyl back in the day, folks. That's my Alice Cooper $1 Billion Babies is my older brother Tom's. There's your shout out, Tom. His album
Yeah.
is playing it. Oh, what memories. Oh.
Solid first side though. I
Yes.
mean, other than I'm always looking to edit. I would get a couple
Right.
minutes on Unfinished Sweet, but other than that, it's very solid.
But you go back and you think about the times, and you throw the headphones on and listen to that.
It was great.
It was all over the place.
No,
It
I know
was-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It's
Music.
definitely a product of its time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And yet, when you listen to the guitars and the solos and everything,
The best. And it's switching lead to rhythm, rhythm to lead.
yeah,
Oh,
you know, a lot of it holds up, I think.
and
There's
absolutely.
there's a live video of him doing $1 Billion Babies. It looks like it's maybe mid 80-ish, something like that. He's got a couple younger guys playing guitar, and I mean the shred on that song
Yeah.
is off the hook.
It's crazy.
Worth going and looking up.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's hit side 2 with No More Mr. Nice Guy, Generation Landslide, and I forget what else is coming. But let's give it a listen.
Sick. Yeah.
Now, that'll be the end of it. That's right. I lumped these two together, so let's give them a listen.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Clean. No more Mr. Nice Guy. They say he's sick. He's a sea. Militant mothers hiding in the basement, using pots and pans as their shields and their helmets. Molotov milk bottles heat from big high chairs, while mothers live burned birth certificate papers. Dad gets his allowance from his sonny the dealer, who's pubic to the world but involved in high finance. Sisters out till 5 doing banker's son's hours, but she owns miles of...
All right. Generation Landslide was one of those albums that didn't have verse, chorus, verse. And then it was just a little expose on what was going on in the times. And then he redid it later from 80, 81 on one of his other albums, changed the lyrics completely and to fit what was going on then. And I always liked the song. It's not a great song, but I've always liked it because you can hear that grittiness in his voice. He's just pure Alice there.
I'm a fan of No More Mr. Nice Guy
Yeah.
because
It's a
I
good
love
song.
I love the humor of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Good lyrics. I'm going to say good lyrics. Yeah.
I remember really listening to it in high school and listening to what was being said, and you know, he's basically making fun of himself
Sure.
to a degree, and I love that kind of self-deprecating humor, and I find the song really witty. I like it lyrically. I'd take a minute off of Generation Landslide. Take the outro.
Put it on there.
Outro's too long.
Leg today, the cat cloud my eye.
But I like the
The
song.
zebra and the donkey.
No, it's fine just as it is.
There
I
you
wouldn't
go.
add anything to that. But Generation Landslide outro, little
Too long. All right, we'll move on to finish off the album with Sick Things and Mary Ann, which is an odd little number. And then
It is.
I Love the Dead, which was the first time I heard that song is when I realized kind of what Alice Cooper, the band, was turning into. You know, they were really going to shock rock at this time. And I wore this side out, but also take note of like I say, the Bob Ezrin production on Sick Things.
Jack Douglas engineered. Yep.
Just music going on all over the place and noise.
you were my man. I love the dead before they're old. They're brewing flesh for me to hold. Cadaver eyes for me see. Nothing.
And that's how it ends.
Heavy duty.
I wish I could have a picture of my mother the first time I played Mary Ann for her.
And then played that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember her sitting in my room, while I was playing it, and her just having this bewildered look on her face of, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you listening to this?
Twisted little kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So question.
Uh-huh.
Which is the better song? Mary Ann or Lola?
Oh, Lola.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. By far.
Yeah, although I like the piano-y stuff in Mary Ann, but yeah, Lola's much more.
The whole song on Mary Ann might last 2 minutes. I don't know. It's not a
Yeah,
very
it's a
long
perfect
song.
gym song.
2:21. Yeah, it's a
perfect
short
gym
tune.
song. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. How long
It's
is
not
Lola, Jim?
it's not the story that Lola is.
No, not at all. But the way it's
No.
produced is all the vocals panned hard left and all the reverb on the right until the piano kicks in. So you don't hear vocals but a reverb on the right can. It's just an eerie sound the way they did it.
Right.
So,
Right.
but they had 4 singles come out: Elected, Hello Hooray, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and $1 Billion Babies. None of them charted all that great. I think 25. Let's see.
Strongest
Yeah, No More Mr. Nice
strongest
Guy.
songs on the album.
Yeah. No More Mr. Nice Guy. The album did go platinum eventually.
Seems to me I heard that more on the radio back in those days, guys, than the other ones.
Alice got played a lot on the radio.
Yeah.
Alice got played a whole bunch. I don't recall the
Yes,
other
yeah.
songs getting a lot of airplay.
No.
So,
No.
But as far as an album that stands the test of time, does it hold up to you, Jerry?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just you can hear everything, and again, I love a good rhythm. That's probably what turned me into a big Kiss fan. You love the rhythm guitar with the lead going, and then when they switch, this is probably my first album where I ever even entertained the thought or even heard of dual leads.
Dual leads, yeah.
And it's good stuff. But this absolutely stands up. Absolutely. Yep.
Alice never had a problem with songwriting. I've heard lots of interviews with him where he said it's never been a problem.
Wow.
And,
I'd love to have that problem. Or
tell me about it.
Lack of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, some of his albums the last few years are a little corny and not top notch, but during the 70s, man, this
He was
album,
untouchable.
Muscle
Yeah.
of Love, Welcome to My Nightmare,
Killers. Yeah.
yeah,
Pretty things.
just
Yeah.
good stuff. He just
Muscle of Love. That's right. I forgot I had that.
yeah. So, what about you, Jim? What do you think overall of the album?
Kind of like we said before, it's a product of its time.
Mhm.
I think there's enough really good songs on it to carry it. If somebody picked it up today, I think it was kind of called their strongest output up to that point.
Yeah,
There's some things about that's a little too calculated for me. I love the dad. 5 minutes, could have cut 2 minutes out of that. It gets too
Absolutely.
yeah.
Less people
it's-
should have died. That would have been a shorter song.
well, it gets too jammy for me.
But you have to remember, those particular songs were written with
For
the
live.
idea to play live, and there was
I know.
theatrics going on.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
And so
But I would prefer they did like a 3-minute version on the record
Mhm.
that they turned into a 5-minute version live.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's too jammy for me. Marianne's a cute little ditty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick Things also, I think, could have shortened up a little bit.
Yep.
But I mean, this is this is Bob Ezrin saying this. We're going to craft something here,
Right.
and we're going to craft something that's going to be a vibe you're going to take live. We're going to take this kind of horror image and move it forward, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think I read every song on that album was played live at one point or another. That doesn't happen on very many albums.
No.
True.
Between this album and Welcome to My Nightmare, I think to this day those are the two albums that get the most picks off it live.
I would agree.
Billion Dollar Babies is still a staple.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah, it's a really strong song.
Yeah.
Yep.
As is Elected, as is No More Mr. Nice Guy. I think Generation Landslide, very strong. Hello, Hooray.
Yeah. Like I said, go check out Judy Collins doing her version of it.
I don't know that I want to.
It's hard. Well, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine after hearing Alice Cooper's version. It'd be interesting to hear Judy Collins. Judy Collins got a great voice.
She is a singer extraordinaire, and that's
Wonderful
why I say
singer. Yep.
she does the chorus really well. So check it out. It's worth checking out.
Judy Collins, I love it.
So, who's got the next pick? Is that you, Jim?
I
Jim.
believe it is me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, let's get after it. And what do you got to say?
I kicked around a couple things. I am gonna do something a little out of character for me.
Okay.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, right.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Ooh.
Now, I got to tell you right off the bat, that's going to be a hard album for us to listen to 30-second chunks of, because you talk about songs that are not 3 minutes. What we're all going to have to do is go to our local head shop.
We're all going to have to drop a tab. No, let's just drop a tab and have a 4-hour show.
Yeah, we'll put on some strobe lights and
Could we do 1 minute chunks?
Let's all drop a tab and do a 4-hour show. Do a marathon Pink Floyd show.
Yeah, we'll do one minute chunks of each one, and so that way we can get a real feel for it. Because other than a couple of tunes on that album, that is mood music all the way around. It changes all over the place. Excellent pick.
Classic. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic.
Now
that'll show what we're made of, guys.
Don't know if either one of you are big Pink Floyd fans, but what's your standout album of Pink Floyd? Your absolute favorite, if you have one.
It would be Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side for you.
It's the only one I have. So Dark Side for me.
The
only Floyd album I have. Yep.
I've got Wish You Were Here, Dark Side, of course, The Wall.
The
Final Cut. Good album. I mean, I didn't have any of the early Syd Barrett stuff. Didn't.
Talking about.
I know people who.
Fried himself.
Yeah. Well, the minute after the Syd Barrett era, they couldn't care less.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It wasn't the same band. It was Roger Waters' band after that.
Correct.
Yep.
So, and he's another one with if he just shut his mouth and play his music, I think he'd.
Right. Hey, Roger, we love it, but shut your pie hole, mate.
Yeah.
Pie hole.
Nobody cares about your opinions.
No, I really don't.
It's music. We love the music.
Yes. And
And
it's a double-edged sword, because a lot of them say, well, I've got a platform, so I'm going to use it. And I feel like I don't want to know what your opinion is. You don't have any say over what my mind's going to think.
I want to hear the music.
Yes. Play the music.
That's it.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
Agreed.
I don't care. Yeah.
Real quickly, Black Sabbath has a box set out. The first 8 albums, 180-gram vinyl, plus a single of Evil Woman.
Uh-oh.
Yep. $249. Comes with a book, all kinds of liner notes.
That's not bad.
It's what,
$249?
$25 a pop, right? So
yeah,
that's a collector's piece, I think, if you want to buy Black Sabbath with Ozzy in the original 8 albums. Yeah.
Already got it digital, so I probably won't buy it.
Yeah. Well,
I already have it. Yeah, I can play. Oh, and the big satisfaction, guys, play it all back to back to back to back in order.
yeah. And it's a good listen. Good listen.
Yeah. No, that sounds really good. That's pretty reasonable price too.
Speaking of Ozzy, he's in a little controversy right now. I guess he did a auto-tune song with some rapper. I forget what the guy's name is right now. He's a big popular white rapper who auto-tuned a song, and it sounds like Ozzy's singing real slow. It's a ballad, and then this guy pops in. He starts auto-tuning. I'm out of touch with who's who in the music world today.
Yeah,
but Ozzy.
But that Ozzy sure can sing, folks.
He'll not anymore. Yeah. Sharon. Yeah.
It's my new song, Frank. It's my new song. Jim.
Boy, oh boy. All right, so Pink Floyd,
That's
Dark Side of the Moon. Are we going to watch Wizard of Oz at the same time? We're going to talk about that correlation?
I was going to wait until the next episode to bring it up.
I actually have a DVD that has the movie along with the music.
I think it's on YouTube. Also,
it is.
I think
you can watch it.
That's right.
What do they call it? Dark.
Excuse me. My big
Dark
thing
Side of the
is
Rainbow,
something
or
like that.
If you're
whatever
doing it
they
at
call
home,
it.
if you're doing it at home, do you start the album first or start the movie first?
It's when the logo, when the movie logo comes on, you have to start the album right at the right time.
That's my point. Can you miss it by?
I'm sure you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
I think it just
pre-made one on YouTube then.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Just to see what it was all about, and I think it just goes to show that if you're smoking copious amounts of weed, you can imagine anything.
Sure.
That it lines up or it means something together.
Yeah.
Did Jim just drop copious amounts?
Copious amounts.
Copious amounts.
We knew him before those people. We knew him before those words.
It's true.
But it gets to the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right, guys. If there's no other business, anything else going on you can think of, Jerry?
No, folks, just keep rocking. Yeah, it is hot out. We're going to have a cooling trend. I think it's going to be down to the mid 80s this week, but then picking up at the end of the week.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised Jim picked Dark Side of the Moon with
Me
him in
too.
his 3-minute girl singer stuff.
I know.
This is bamboozling to me, Frank.
I said it was out of my wheelhouse.
But I love it. I love it, Jim.
You threw us a curveball for sure.
Yes, he did. I didn't see that coming.
Oh. Well, I thought he was going to say Spice Girls, Spice World or something. But...
Don't get me going there.
I'll leave that for another member of the conspiracy.
Probably know a lot of those songs. Yeah.
I just picked up a picture disc not too long ago, matter of fact.
Of the Spice Girls?
I'm collecting vinyl forever, so I went out in the garage and went through a bunch of stuff. Oh, I forgot I had this. Better bring this in. Can't be sitting out in this 100-degree heat.
No.
Wouldn't want the Spice Girls to melt.
No, you would. Jim, did you hear that? Frank?
I know he explains it away like, oh well, I collect all kinds
he's worried about it.
All of a sudden,
any picture disc, I'll just pick it up.
I bet it is.
Nothing's in arm's reach here. No.
Frank has Spice Girls on vinyl.
Yeah,
well. I'm retired. You're not.
Sorry. No, it's all good. It's all good.
And you guys make fun of me.
I'm telling you, no, exactly what I'm thinking. Frank's like, oh, well, they're not too good. I don't really like them. But you got this on vinyl.
All right. I thought you said you didn't have anything else to add. So.
Wise guy.
Oh, jeez. All right, then. I hope everyone's enjoyed the last episode of the Jfj Conspiracy Podcast.
Until you play that album, then that'll be the last one. We'll know.
That will be the last.
That's a finale. Yeah. Oh man!
Never heard it.
I swear.
Never heard it?
What?
What?
I want to.
Hey, my kids got me into it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, same here.
Kids.
When my young daughter was whenever
that
was
was
about 9 years old.
And and not to tell on myself because I've already been clowned enough, I actually have a pair of tickets to see Britney Spears at the Hollywood Bowl back in 2000 or something, or whenever she was going around, and my son wanted to go, so I bought tickets, and the tour got canceled. I guess the tape player broke or something, but
I was going to say, talk about auto, Mike, or yeah. Talk about it.
But again, going through some things the other day, I found a couple of tickets for Britney Spears that were never used.
Do you throw anything away? Do you throw anything away?
Just my friends. Keep it up.
That's why Jim and I are still here. We're your last two.
The last
so
two.
Easy play.
That's right.
Easy.
Yeah.
we better be careful.
Yeah. Well, I got one, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I have trouble letting go. I have no problem admitting that.
But it's quality stuff. It's, you know.
It brings in conversation, you know, and I have thrown out so much stuff and turn around and regretted it later because it's always something you need later on.
Absolutely. As soon as you get rid of it, you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I figure, you know, when I'm dead and gone, my kids can throw it away. What was, you know, Cindy, she wants to throw it away now. I think she's.
God bless her. Yeah, she knows what's up.
Oh, yeah. She is zero attachment to a lot of things. So
she's attached to you, Frank.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's it.
Yep.
Love you, Cindy.
All right. Well, Jim, you got anything else you want to add?
Smash the like button.
Smash that like button.
Leave a comment. Share it.
Folks,
subscribe.
We're on iTunes, Buzzsprout. We're on iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio now. Look at us.
Yeah, son of a gun.
Fancy, smancy. We're going places, folks.
Who'd have thunk it?
Exactly.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah. Get with us on Facebook, on Instagram. Leave some comments. Let us know you saw the show, you listened to the show. And let us know what you think. Let us know who your favorite Spice Girl is. And with that, Jerry, Jim, what do you have to say?
Keep rocking, folks. James?
Shop is closed.
Shop is closed. All right, now.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really